What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Brooklyn Stace, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome for the first time. Come on in. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you have been here before, well, welcome back, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you are not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button. If you find this information valuable to you or someone else, please do share it, because all of these actions will help the channel to grow. I am a small YouTuber for now. And so by you watching, I can see from the analytics that you are watching it, so thank you very much for that. But you're not thumbsing up. Thumbsing, is that a word? I just made up a new word. But you're not giving the video a thumbs up, and I can see that 90% of you are not even subscribed, but you're watching the videos. So go ahead on and subscribe to the channel. It's free to do. Just hit the subscribe button. And there's a bell. You will hit the bell to be notified when I upload a new video. And again, that will help the algorithm say, hey, she's got something important to say, and that other people may want to see or need to see. So by you doing that, that's helping this channel to grow. That's helping this video as well as my other videos to be seen. So please do, again, subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. Okay, guys? All right. So as you can see from the title, this is my 1 month post-op video. I wanted to give you guys an update. I'm a little bit late in doing that, forgive me. But on August the 17th, I did have vertical sleeve gastrectomy, also known as VSG. And so by the time that you see this video, it'll probably be around the first week in October, like October the 5th, 6th. It just depends after editing. So you're going to get this, and it'll be about a month and a half out that from the surgery that I am at this point. So I'm going to give you the stats because everyone wants to know, everyone that calls me. Thank you, everyone, for the text messages and the phone calls and the visits. I mean, it's just amazing the outpouring of love that I do get. And if those of you who do not know, I'm a registered nurse. So as a nurse, I'm always giving of myself, and I don't really receive the love back. So it is really nice to see that there are people out there who appreciate me, number one, being a healthcare provider and providing them with advice and information, and then that they pour that love back in return. So I appreciate you guys for doing that. That really means a lot, because as nurses, as medical professionals, we don't always get that back. We just get yelled and screamed at, and just demands and things of that nature, and we just have to take a lot of things. So as a registered nurse, I appreciate you guys. All right, but also as a registered nurse on my channel, I will be different from a lot of other people, because I go into detail a lot, as you may know, and that's just for information purposes, because it's educational as well as entertainment. But on the other hand, I am Brooklyn Stace, and I'm going to be a jokester. I'm going to be me on my channel. So I don't do things like other people do. I never have been that person. So on this channel, you're going to get things in a different way. Sure, it's good. The topic is going to be the same, but my delivery is going to be different. My videos are going to be different. There is not a cookie cutter YouTube channel. Everybody does things the way that they want to do. So the vision that I have for my channel is going to be different from others. So if you want to compare me to what everybody else is doing, I'm not going to do what everybody else is doing. Okay? But I'm going to give you the truth. I'm going to give it to you raw, and I'm going to give facts. And I'm going to do it all in a positive nature. I'm just a positive person, nothing negative over here. Okay? So like I said, and you see me looking down, I made some notes. So again, I told you my surgery date. If you go back to my other videos, you will see me getting ready for surgery, what my pre-op weight is. I'm not going to make it a habit of just giving you what my numbers are in terms of starting weight and current weight and and things of that nature. I will do that, but I'm not going to make it a habit of doing it every video. So go back and feel free to go through my playlist, and you'll see it says an RN's journey, VSG journey, and then you could see all of the things, from pre-op to current, okay? As well as check out my other videos. So I told you the surgery date, and so I told you about 1 month and about 15, 17, 18 days, depending on when this video is posted. And so I'll put my pictures up. I had to search through my phone because I did do some trying to make space in my phone. I did archive a lot of things, and I transferred things over to the cloud, and when it went over to the cloud, everything is now out of order. Can't find anything. And then OneDrive took it upon themselves to make their own categories. When I had my own categories, I had everything in line. So I'm going to put some pictures up that I was able to find, okay? So I have lost 35 pounds. So round of applause. So I've lost 35 pounds in this 1.5 months. I'm looking forward to losing more. I'm learning what my new stomach or my new pouch is, what it likes, what it doesn't like, how much fluid it'll hold, how much food it'll hold. So it's a learning process. This is not easy. A lot of people, not a lot, you'll hear some people say, oh, it's the easy way out. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's not. There is no surgery that's easy. And then the recuperation part, and then you have to learn everything all over again. It's like learning how to walk again. It's like you're in rehabilitation for your digestive system, pretty much. So if you ate a certain way 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, now all of that stops. And you have to relearn things. And so, but it's what I signed up for. When you do your research, you pretty much know. Well, you don't know what's going to happen. You can anticipate, and then you look at all the other videos out there, and you have some idea. But like I tell people, don't judge what happened to other people as it's going to happen to you, because every human body is different. So don't let these other videos scare you and say, oh my God, is that going to happen to me? I don't want it. Don't do that, because it's not going to happen to you. Because case in point, I didn't really have gas pains. I haven't thrown up. I really didn't have pains. It felt like I was doing some sit-ups, a good core workout. But I didn't really have a need for a lot of pain medication because of the surgery. So a lot of things that happened to other people didn't even happen to me. And that has a lot to do with your surgery. Did you have a pre-op diet? Some people didn't even have to do the liquid pre-op. Some people had really bad eating habits prior to the surgery. I mean, some people smoke, some people drink, some people do fast food a lot. Some people have genetics, their genetics, and they have health conditions. All of that plays a part in your surgery and your outcome, your recuperation, and then it's a mind thing. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know, don't fall into that. Don't fall into that trap. But getting back to me, overall, I'm totally happy that I did this. I have no regrets. You see some other videos, oh my gosh, what did I do to myself? No, I know what I did. I know what the surgeon did. I didn't perform the surgery, but I know the choice that I made. So it doesn't, what did I do to myself? Again, it's a mind thing. Stay positive. Have an optimistic outlook on things. Yes, you're going to go through some mountains and molehills, and some more than any, but you've got to stay the course. You've got to what? You see, I have my shirt of the day. I'm so focused, period. Okay? And that I am. You have to stay determined. You have to stay focused on the long-term goal, on what you want out of this surgery. Okay, so just make sure that you do understand that. Also, you can get this at the imsoshirt.com. I'll leave the link somewhere in the bottom, and you see the little commercials for it within this video. Also in the description box below, you will see the link for it. But if you're focused, I'm so focused. So are you focused? Because I am. Are you determined? Because I am. And there is also an I'm so determined as well. So just go and check them out, and they're a great company. The imsoshirt.com, and get you one. This is the shirt of the day, okay? And when you see me, I'm going to have on many I'm so shirts. So just go and check them out. But yeah, no regrets, no negative thoughts. I'm happy with the progress thus far. Looking forward to more, to bigger and better things. Some of the pros, the good problem to have is my clothes are big. So, yeah, my clothes are now big. Things that were once didn't fit, well, now they fit. Things that were tight are now loose. Some things are baggy. I had some pants on the other day, and I was like, it looks like I have on a diaper in the back. And, of course, it's big around the waist. I've lost about 3 inches in my waist. Maybe 1 inch or 2 on my arms, 2 inches on my thighs, and 1 inch on my calf. I have to total it all up. But yeah, I'm losing inches, maybe 1 inch, 2 inches on my neck. My skin on my neck has to catch up with the weight loss. I don't like that part. And so, yeah, so I can see the changes. And, prior to the surgery, I've lost like 74, 75 pounds on my own, just with the low carb and just cutting out the sugar, just about 99%, as much as sugar I can get, and carbs that I could cut out. And that enabled me to, along with intermittent fasting and, drinking water and not a lot of exercise, but I did exercise, but not, I was not a gym rat. But I lost 74 pounds on my own. Okay, and so in me doing that, it enabled me to have these habits already going into the surgery. And then back in January 28th, I had my first pre-op appointment, and that's when I decided, okay, I've been down this route already, so let me just go on ahead and just get this consultation and let this surgery do what it does to help me even further. And so, I had already made the changes. So it's pretty much in my mind to go ahead on and continue with the healthy lifestyle, the healthy changes, And so I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, clothes are baggy, but I'm not going shopping. I'm actually going to take a sewing course because I want to just take my clothes up as they, take them up in the seam and the arms and the waist, wherever I need to take them up, so that I don't have to go out and constantly buy new sets of clothing. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be taking a sewing course. I took one years ago, but I forgot. So I'm going to take a sewing course just to learn the basics and then get a sewing machine, because I like my clothes. I have some pretty snazzy clothes. I'm Brooklyn State, so I've got that New York stuff, that stylish stuff. I'm not into name brands. Forget about that. I could care less about a name, but looking forward to that part. What else? So now I have progressed, being that I've gone through the 1 month without eating anything, back on liquids, because it's 2 weeks pre-op liquid diet and then 2 weeks post-op liquid diet. Didn't have a morsel of food. That's a mind thing too. And so I had to go through that. And then I did not have to do the pureed stage. I went straight into the soft foods. And then after the soft foods, I had to do that for about 3 weeks. About 3-4 weeks, and then when I came back to the doctor, he says, okay, you can, and the nutritionist said that I can progress to, I have no food texture restrictions at this point, so I don't have to do soft, just eat regular food. I can cook my vegetables. I can have raw vegetables at this point, so I can start eating salad. Won't be much, but I can start eating raw vegetables. But I'm going to slowly introduce that into my system, just to see again what my pouch likes and what it doesn't like. So that's a good thing. But it's something how little I do eat now, because the stomach could hold like 32 ounces of fluid. Now it's like 4 to 6 ounces, and at 3.5, at this stage, at 3.5 ounces, sometimes 3, I have to stop eating. I was measuring up to 4 ounces, and I rarely ate all 4 ounces. So, there were times when I would eat 3.5 to 4 ounces, and then I would get this pain right here, and, belching. That's another thing, belching is a thing. So you're going to have to get used to it. You don't belch like a sailor, like a man, but you're going to have to, it's like an exchange of food or fluid goes down and air comes back up. And so I was getting this pain here, not like chest pains, not like cramp. It was like a cramp, or and I was like, wow, okay, I think I'm going to stop eating. Well, that's my signal. According to the doctor, according to the nutritionist, they said that's your signal that you are full, not your stomach. But once it starts happening here and it starts building up and it sits in your throat, esophageal reflux or acid reflux. But when you feel that fullness, that tightness, that pain, that's your signal. And it goes away. I mean, it's not like it's lingering or anything, but it just happens. So that's something to, that I'm experiencing. And those of you out there, comment below if you have that same thing. What is it? What is your fullness signal? Let me know what those of you who have had either the VSG or that you've had the actual room-wide, the gastric bypass. Let me know what your full signal is, because there are many different, like I said, every human body is different. So I'll be interested in knowing that. But yeah, so because of the fact that my stomach is now 70% of it is gone, and the ghrelin, the hunger hormone, went away. The portion that they, vertically cut away, it took away the ghrelin also, that hunger hormone. So I don't get hungry. And you may have seen that in other videos. I don't get hungry. And I have to know what my hunger signal is, because I do have some gurgling. I was like, oh, I guess I must be hungry. So, let me go and eat. But it's amazing how little I eat now. Like I said earlier, your stomach is like what, holds 32 ounces, and your stomach, those who have not had, the surgery, I mean, you're able to eat meat and baked potato or starch. You might get a roll of bread. You get your vegetables, and then you drink it, and you get a refill of something to drink. Well, yeah, I can't do that any longer. Like I said, 4 ounces to 6 ounces. You can't eat and drink at the same time. So I have to wait 30 minutes before and after eating to drink, because I don't want to wash all the food down, number one. Number two, I'm already full, so when you wash the food down with fluid, you don't give the food a chance to digest and absorb the nutrients. You just wash it right down. So that's a reason. And then again, you're already full. You don't want to stretch out your pouch, or you don't want to be sick. So, just have to give it time and wait and chew. And when you think about it, you're like, oh my gosh, 30 minutes is a long time. But actually it's not. Because you're talking, you're doing this, you're doing that, you go do something else, and before you know it, you set a timer on your phone, 30 minutes is up, and then you drink. So that's something to get used to. My grocery bill, it's a lot lower. I buy smaller portions now. And food, I cook smaller portions. I use my little pots. I no longer use I use my big pots if I'm making something, and then I portion it out and freeze it. But but overall, I use a little pot. Like I had some grits, and I just took literally 2 tablespoons, put it in some water, 2 tablespoons. That was all I was, that's about an ounce. And that was all I was able to eat along with the rest of my food that I had. This morning I had some grits, eggs, and some salmon. And I mixed it all up. It was delicious. But I was only able to eat about 3.5. And I just sprinkled like 0.1 ounces of cheese. You've seen me do some of those meals. Go back and check the video, and you can see me measure it out, and you can see exactly how little amount that I do eat. The cons, there aren't many. I mean, you can have some expected soreness. Like I said, getting used to your body with the gas, or the I shouldn't say gas, but the reflux, the pains that you have. Like, what is that pain? What is that little pain? Just getting used to. But your body's healing. It takes 6 to 8 weeks after any surgery for your body to completely heal. So, you have to just give it time. You can't just expect to bounce back. You're going to have some little things, some little twerks here, some little pains here, some little soreness there, but your body is healing. So it's just expected. So there aren't really many cons, except for like the getting dehydrated because you're not drinking enough. And you have lower energy because you're not taking in a lot of calories like you used to. But you can remedy that. You're taking your vitamins, and you can remedy that by drinking electrolytes. And I'll do another video about that. But I did some on my pre-op video on the liquid diet phase, and there's some products that you can use to remedy that, and trying to have that balance in drinking and eating enough, and you have to keep track of it. I suggest you use some type of app, unless you're going to write everything down and total everything up. But you have to keep track of what you're eating and drinking, because you really don't know, and you think that you're eating and drinking enough, but you really aren't when you see that it totals up. And that can contribute to stalls and like I said, lower energy and things of that nature. All right. And then of course, then there's the constipation. And when you say constipation, it doesn't necessarily mean difficulty in expelling or defecating. That's constipation, and where it just can't come out, and just without getting too graphic, everybody's been constipated before, so you know what I mean. But there's also constipation in that you feel like you have to go and you can't. It's just that it's days and days and days. And some people may have abdominal pains and some people may not. But when you think about it with this surgery and the amount that you're eating, if you're not putting a lot in, how can you expect to put a lot out? You know, if you're only taking 2 ounces here, 3 ounces there, 4 ounces there, it's like a baby, pretty much. And if you're with me, I'm eating 1 to 2 meals a day. I've never been in the habit of eating 3 meals a day. And with me doing intermittent fasting, you know, I was doing 1 to 2 meals a day anyway. So it's like, you know, with me doing that, well, you know, I'm used to not eating. So if I'm not eating, guess what? I'm not defecating. But I do, you know, defecate, of course. But, you know, again, it's very little because, again, my intake is very little. So, you know, be ready for that. And there's things that you can take for that. You speak with your doctor. There's Metamucil, Miralax, Ducalax. There's a lot of things that you can take and do for that. But getting your fluids is important as well. And then staying active because that helps the peristalsis, we call it, with the motion of your intestines and your digestive system to not be stalled. Okay? So there's that. And then also, you know, the big topic is loose skin. Well, like I said, I have my neck needs to catch up. You know, I'm like, I don't want to have a turkey neck. But as my face gets smaller and my neck gets small and I get smaller, well, you know, I do have, you know, some skin that needs to catch up, and it will because it's happened before. But, you know, it also depends on your age and things of that nature. I'm not 20, I'm not 30, I'm not in my 40s. I know I look young, but I'm not. Okay, I'm real grown out there. I'm real grown. But yeah, so it also depends on that. And then I've been a big person my entire life. I have never been small, and I don't want to be teeny tiny, but you know, I don't know what this surgery is going to do for me, so I will accept it, whatever size I am or end up being. But I've never been a small person. I have no idea what it's like to be small. Always shopped in the chubby shops as a little girl. Lane Bryant, you know, Ashley Stewart, all the plus sizes, Romans, you know, sizes unlimited of 16 plus. I can keep going, but I've never been able to, you know, shop in the regular, normal sizes. For me, these stores were normal. So I have been big my entire life, which means my skin has been stretched out and it's already been, I guess you can say, damaged, you know, the fibers, the cells, the tissue, I should say. So it does not have a memory in which to snap back to, because being large is my memory. So yeah, loose skin is starting to happen. I'm not going to go down that route because it's like, if I'm healthier, what's loose skin? I'd rather deal with the loose skin than being unhealthy, than being in the hospital, being on medications, or what's worse, dying. Okay, so in the spirit of living, I can live with loose skin. That's cosmetic. So I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, if I ever come to it, if I ever make that decision. Plus, that's expensive. You know, we're so vain in today's society, but you know, I'm not worried about that at this point. Considering collagen, been looking at all that, and you know, biotin and things of that nature. But you know, looking at these studies and asking the doctors, asking the nutritionists, and just looking at other people who have had it, they're taking biotin and collagen and popping this pill and that pill and this pill. Hair still falling out, skin still loose. The gym is only going to do but so much because it's going to build muscle. It's not going to do anything for your skin. Okay, so it's going to help, you know, build the muscle and fill in that space somewhat, but it's not the end all be all. So becoming a gym rat is not the solution for loose skin. It's going to help, yes, but is it going to take it away completely? No. Okay. And like I said, collagen and biotin, people are taking it and they're still having the surgery, still having the loose skin cut off. So I don't know if I have to, think about that, do some more medical research. And then as a medical professional, I'm going to do a little bit more than just watch a YouTube video, a little bit more and just reading someone's blog, because anybody can take information and put it on a blog, and but you don't know if that person is trained or knowledgeable and where they're getting that information from. Has that been verified? So I'm one to not just be a Google expert and then blurt things out. A lot of people repeat things and repeat what they see, monkey do, and they just regurgitate things that they've seen in other videos and think that they know what they're talking about. But they're not a medical professional. They're not trained. So therefore, they actually don't know what they're talking about. They know what they're talking about because they know what they heard. They know what they saw in another video. But, it is what it is. So I don't know about what I'm going to do about that. Like I said, cross that bridge when I get to it. But, I would be lying if I said that wasn't a concern, because after all, I'm a female. I want to look good. You know what I mean? So, hey, it is what it is. I want to look. I look good right now. And that's not me being conceited. That is me being me being confident. I've always been confident. I've always had great self-esteem. Shout outs to my mother and my grandmother. May they continue to rest in peace. But they instilled so much confidence in me because they were larger women. And I had great examples to see of, how to be. So that part. Okay. So when I say things, please, I'm not saying this out of conceit. I'm saying it out of my high self-esteem and my value for myself. I know what my worth is. I know what my value is. I know, that I'm not ugly. Okay. Now, hair loss. I have not experienced that yet. Hopefully I won't experience it to the degree that, some people have. I've always had, a good grade of hair. All hair is good. Let me just say that. Okay. So I've always had thick hair and I've always had long hair. My mother had long hair. So see, I have long hair. It's just that I have a lot of shrinkage. This is the grade of hair that I have. It does shrink up, but it's there. And I've been natural for about a good 14 years now, and eventually I'm going to lock it. But yeah, so I don't have any edge problems. So hopefully that will stay the same. But yeah, I haven't had any hair loss. But you know what? It's temporary. If this does happen, it's going to be a little scary to experience, but it's hair. So guess what? It'll grow back. I'll cut it and trim it, and it'll eventually grow back. Worst comes to worst, I'll throw a wig on. Not a wiggy person. I wanted to try some wigs, so I do have them. I was going to do wig reviews, but I'm not a wig person. Sometimes they're hot. So, but they're cute. Now I have some cute ones. So if worst comes to worst, you'll start seeing me in wigs until my hair gets back, right? Or I might just cut it off. Who knows? So then there's that part. Okay, show you my scars. I'm going to show you them. And then I'm going to do a video of what I put on my scars, things that I use is like must-haves according to Brooklyn Stace, and the things that have helped me. I'm going to also insert some pictures of what my scars look like with the steri strips on them, and then what my scars look like a little bit later, a week or two later, and then how dark they got. And then with what I put on, I'm going to show you my scars now. As you saw in the other pictures, how they were. So this is how they are now. There's one here that you can barely see, and that's this one. And then there's this one, and then here's the third, and this one can barely see. As you can see, it almost looks like a blemish. And then there's this one. All right, so now that you saw my scars, you saw how good my skin looks, how well it has healed. And you know, with what I put on it, like I said, I'm going to do another video and show you what I put on it and how I got my skin to look so good up to this point. So that's my 1.5 month post VSG update. And I'm going to insert, like I said, the pictures. Like I'm going to insert my heaviest weight, like before I lost the 74 pounds, just to show you my transition up to the surgery. And then I'm going to show you the last picture that I did take a few weeks ago. And my clothes are like, you're going to see my clothes falling off of me, and they are kind of big. But like I said, I'm working with what I have. I'm not buying any new clothes. But you'll see the transition. You'll be able to see the difference in me. All right. And so if you have any questions, please drop your comments below, drop your questions below. You can follow me on Instagram. I have to get better at posting on Instagram, just better at social media. So much going on to, you know, like I said, I'm staying focused on me. And so with that, I may not get to post on social media as much. And then I'm doing other projects. So you could follow me at Brooklyn Stace and the number 2. So Brooklyn Stace, the number 2 on Instagram. You can also make sure you follow the I'm So shirt on Instagram and Facebook. And also make sure that you're following, go over to Instagram and Facebook and follow Top Shelf VIP Podcast. Again, Top Shelf VIP, like very important person. Top Shelf VIP Podcast. That's going to be starring your girl, Brooklyn Stace, and then also my other two business partners are Sinai, and then Jay Styles. He is the former member of Blackstreet 2 with Teddy Riley, Dave Hollister, Rodney Poe, and Jay Styles. So all 3 of us are doing a podcast. So we're going to have some interesting topics, some interviews. Of course, it's going to be some music related. There's going to be some other topics and some, you know, various people that we're going to interview. So Top Shelf VIP Podcast. Make sure you follow them on YouTube. We're on YouTube. And then I'll put the link in the description. We're on Instagram and we're on Facebook. Okay. So that is it. That is all. Like, share, subscribe, people. Please help the channel to grow. Help and thank you. First, yeah, I should have said this first. All of my new subscribers, thank you so much. You guys rock. And thank you to my older subscribers too. But I can see my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and checking out my videos and liking them and subscribing. Okay, so in closing, as I always say, thank you so much for watching. Take care and be well. Bye-bye.